Hello, I'm Bood FM and welcome to part 4 of the Air Adventure, my personal save where I just taught you through 3 seasons of what I've been doing on Football Manager. Now, I'll start off just by saying, I might have said this already, but when I started to play this offline, it was just for me, for a bit of fun, and I had no intention of bringing this to YouTube, but I shared it with you, people seem to like it, and I've carried on liking it. There was a period where I stopped playing it, and then I got back into it, and I'm still loving it, to be fair. I'm now 12 seasons into this, and it's been a lot of fun. I will admit there's certain walls I'm hitting now, and I'm going to go through all that, but I'm loving it. So, last time you saw me pretty much dominating Scottish football. I think we got to a semi-final of the Europa League. We're starting to get a lot of money in with all our Champions League money. It was going really, really well. So obviously since then I've played year 10, 11 and 12. And it has got quite interesting. Can't wait to show you what's been going on. We're also going to have a look at the Scotland team, because I've tried to get that job now twice, because I thought that'd be pretty cool, because they've got quite a good team, to be fair. Some really good players. I don't know if it's because I'm playing the league and the league's really growing. But a lot of their players now, the big time players, play abroad, play in England. And I've tried to go for that job twice and they've turned me down twice. What they do to Scotland? I'd win you a World Cup. Anyway, shall we get stuck into it? But before we do, actually, can't forget this, can I? Smash that like button. Don't forget, it really helps me out. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe and make sure you hit the bell, and you'll never miss anything like this awesome episode. Right, let's start now. Yep, now let's do it. As always, I saved it on the 1st of June, and we have a look back at the year that I've just played, the transfers, what I've been winning, and so on. At the end of this one though, when we get to year 12, I'm going to start showing you some of these players, because you might know, if you watch the first few episodes of this series, we didn't have any money at first, so I had to come up through the leagues. Every summer I had to sign loads of freebies and loans and battle my way through. And then as I've got better and better, and the club's got better and better, especially with the Champions League, we've been able to form our own squad, and I've done that. Especially this summer, I think I finally put some good pieces together. And I'll show you all that, because I've had a lot of fun with this. Scotland, I've been put off by this, playing Scottish saves for a long time, and a very long time. But this has been the best save I've had in a good few years. I swear, honestly, I'm not just saying that. Air United, it's been amazing. But one thing I'm not happy about is minimum free release clauses. Yeah, it's starting to really annoy me now. You might remember a while back I had a good left back who had a minimum free release clause of about 20 million. English player who I nicked from an under-23 team, developed him, started to play for England, and Dortmund came in and bought him. So, you know, mega money, great money for us. And I started going through the squad and re-signing my good players and giving them minimum free release clauses of like 60 to 80 million, but some of them don't want to renew. And some of them left this summer. Some of them are sold. Robbie Reed went to Hibernian, he was alright, good striker. But I lost Lennon to West Ham, who was good, I liked him. Jack Kelly, who's like a central midfielder, defensive midfielder, centre half, massive potential. Leicester matched his, 14 points, absolute steal for them. Marcus Taylor, you won't know these guys maybe, but he's a great player as well. He's got to Liverpool. A few of the other guys who have gone, because I had some good young players who have decided to maybe cash in on. Biggest surprise was Kieran Gold going to St Johnstone for 10 million. Now this just shows me, I think playing in this league, and if you do it yourself, let me know, if you've played into certain leagues for a long period of time, I feel like they do grow, maybe unnaturally, because you're involved and you start buying players in and the games, and because it's alive, if you know what I mean. I know it's hard to explain, but I've noticed this when I played in Holland a couple of games ago, maybe FM18, and it ended up being really rich and good players were starting to come through, and I just thought, is this because I'm playing in the league and it's like active? But again, yeah, a lot of these guys went for not a lot. Johnny Craig went to Leeds for 9, so I ended up bringing in 73 million, even though most of that I didn't want to bring in. But it's pretty good. Coupled with the money we already had, I only spent 25 million, got some really good buys, again, attacking them under 23 teams, attacking other teams. And we've got some decent players. Now, I'm not going to show you my players yet, because they're all still with me, right? I want to show you them at the end, because I'm getting quite proud about this team. I'm going to show you what they've become. I know you want to compare, but tough shit. So like I said, when it comes to the money, we're doing alright, especially at this stage, 10 years in. Finished the season, got 45 million in the bank. Now we're in Champions League, we've been in Champions League now for a good few years on a regular basis, which is really good. But obviously I'm not just putting that money into the players. Every time I can, I am boosting their facilities. I want to have superb state-of-the-art facilities, and I'm going to get them. Year 10, and we won the League Cup. It started to become our trophy, this. Not only that, we beat Rangers 1-0 in the final with a goal from John Public. I like John. So yeah, great run, knocking out Motherwell, Dundee, Hearts, and then picking up another trophy. I just can't stop winning trophies. Domestically, it's starting to get a bit easy. And this is what I mean, we won the Scottish Cup as well. And if you look at the top, you probably know what we did in the league. So it is getting really easy domestically, and this is that kind of wall I'm hitting. But it's all about Europe at the minute. So yeah, we did the double when it came to the cups. And obviously, we won the league, and we won the league by a lot. By a freaky lot. This is probably my best year. We had 100 points, 40 points clear of Celtic. It's just not a challenge at all. Celtic lost 12 games and came second. It's just not a challenge. What is a challenge though is Europe. Champions League this year, we're in Group G. We beat Porto, spanked them, got beat off Arsenal. Drew with Arsenal though in the other game. Beat Sparta, beat Porto again. Did brilliantly, got through. Drew Juventus and got annihilated off Juve. And this is what I mean. Domestically, we are dominating. Dominating everyone. Unfreaking beatable, right? But Europe, we're a class away. We really are. But this squad of mine is really young. And I did have a plan about what I was going to do. And my plan was, especially because I knew I was going to do another 2 years or so I could film the episode you're watching right now, was to not buy anyone. Look at the ages of this squad. The ones at the bottom, trust me, they're like, my head's in the way, but they're like 20, 21. And then you've got all them at 22, 23, 24. The oldest player is Graham Hanna, the Northern Irish fella that I picked up at the beginning. He's now 27. Northern Ireland legend, can pass a ball like David Beckham, brilliant player. We've got Johnny Lewis, who's turned into a great striker, now worth 20 million quid. I picked him up from Leeds United in the Championship. Stephen Connolly, who, trying to keep hold of this kid's been tough. Right. Quick story about Steve. He had a release clause of about 18 million. Liverpool were going to match it, and then Steve broke his leg and he was injured for like 5 months. Liverpool didn't want him, right? It was like the injury from heaven, right? Because he's good, he's a decent player. Scotland's #1 left winger, who we've developed into this player. I got him from West Ham, by the way. And when he was injured, he went from I want to leave to being happy because his leg was broken. Signed him up to a new deal. If we have a look at his contract, minimum fee, where's his minimum fee now? 150 million! That's what I've done with most of the squad now. I am made sure I am covering my ass because I hate losing like 4 players last summer. Just really pissed me off. I can't lie. And so yeah, we're pretty covered now. No one, if anyone wants to buy one of my good players, they're gonna have to pay for them. We've got James Smith, who's like an attacking central mid. I play him on the right most of the time. Look how good he's becoming. Look how good he is. He's worth 23 million. I don't know how good these guys have been on a regular basis in, say, the Premier League, but they're absolutely amazing. Mickey Jordan, one of my favourites. Goal scoring machine. Now, he was a good young player, but playing regularly for Air United, playing in the Champions League every year, and all I've ever done is work on his finishing. I've never changed it. Look at his finishing now. 18. Top player. So yeah, I've got a young team, so I thought, let's stop buying players. Let's stop pissing about with this squad. Let's make them freaking solid. And maybe, just maybe, I might have some success in Europe. And like I said, end of year 11, no signings. Now, Ollie Higgins, weirdly, one of my youngsters, contract came to an end and Chelsea have signed him. It's not like Ollie Higgins is a will beater. He's 21. And shit, why did Chelsea sign him on a free? I have no idea, maybe, I have no idea. So yeah, I made no transfers this year. When it comes to the finances, you're probably thinking, dude, you should have like 100 million. Well, we haven't. No, because we obviously, are paying a lot more wages, but also we've been boosting the facilities. Now my stadium is maxed. That is it. The Air Stadium can't be improved anymore. It's never going to get bigger than a 17,000, and that's always going to hold us back, especially when I show you something in a bit compared to other teams in our league. But if you look at the training facilities, they're excellent. Data analysis, excellent, state-of-the-art youth facilities. So there's still room for improvement in that, and I attack that, trust me. But if you notice now, we've got new stadium sponsorship as well. That used to be about 1 million a year. It's now 2.2. So this club is just growing and growing. And when it's growing and growing, I keep adding affiliates. Now you know I've got my 2 merchandise affiliates. We've got Tampa Bay in America. We've got Shandong in China. We've got St Mirren now, Scotland. I don't know if we used to have them. We've got a connection in Holland, we've got Belgium, and a team in Spain. So they're all scouting links that I'm going for because of the Brexit. I can't really buy anyone, but it's still good to have great knowledge as much as you can. And I like having links as many as I can. So I just think this club, when it comes to the facilities, the squad now, and the staff, it's just getting better and better. When it comes to the staff, big teams are starting to try and nick my boys. Here are my boys, and look at all them 20s. Now, I'd put my house on this. I reckon not only do we have the best coaching team in Scotland, I'd say not even Britain, I'd say Europe, and it's such a help. It really is. You know, it's something you can do to help your team. Do it. And they're amazing, right? But also I've lost a few. Big teams are coming for them. Now Man City nicked one of my young lads a while ago, and it really annoyed me, right? And then they came in this summer and nicked my best attack coach, and that really annoyed me. So then I remembered that they nicked my young lad, and then I went back and I got him back. So yeah, they nicked my good attack coach, but Jerome Thomas has now become a great coach. If you look at his history here, I used to have him in my under-20s. He was under 20 coach. City stole him to be an under-18s coach. He's got better and better, and I've brought him back now as a proper coach. So you City. Anyway, yeah. So my staff are amazing. Everything's freaking amazing. How we're doing the competitions. Well, bastards! We lost in the the League Cup. Yeah. It started to become our trophy, so I was gutted. Not only that, we got to beat off Celtic 1-0. But never mind, we made up and we won the big one. We won the Scottish Cup again. Honestly, it's like when you get to a level where when you lose a game, it's like, what? How dare you lose? Now in the Champions League, my theory kind of paid off. You know, we didn't buy anyone, we stuck together, and I think we got better. Now the group was a bit shaky, but we managed to scrape it through. We beat Spurs, by the way, 5-1. Got beat off Dortmund, beat Lisbon, drew with Spurs and all that good stuff. Beat Dortmund 4-1. Some good performances, some bad ones as well. And then we drew Leipzig in the first round knockout. Got to the quarterfinals and got spanked, absolutely annihilated by Inter, but we're getting closer. And obviously in the league we won that, but we didn't dominate it as much as the year before. I think teams are starting to get better. Aberdeen look a bit better, Celtic looked a bit better, Rangers are still a bit like that. Dundee United are looking a lot better. They've been a bit of a yo-yo team, they finished mid-table. And we still won it by a comfortable amount of points. But we lost more games, and you know, Aberdeen came second, they won more games than Celtic did the year before, so I want it to be more challenging, but I just can't see it being. It's all about Europe. Now on to my final year, year 12, and again I didn't spend any money. I thought, I like my team, I like my lads. I am scouting, don't get me wrong, I've got a lot of scouting going on. I've got a good scouting list, I've got loads of players. I've got some, especially this summer, coming into year 13, which I am going to play. There's a couple of guys coming up towards the end of the contract, I might be able to get them cheap. There's a couple of young lads I might actually push the boat out for, and I might freshen it up again. But I've just enjoyed not buying anyone, really getting to know my players, really getting to know the names and know who I can bring in at the right amount of time and so on. Do you know what I mean? You might know what I mean, or I might just be talking absolute shit. But that's how I think about it anyway. So yeah, no signings again. And again, the money is going down, but my wage bill's going up. I think it is going up because of yearly wage rises and so on. And again, I'm putting a lot into my training facilities, and we ended up, I think we spent in total about 15 million on training facilities. And you'll see now we have state-of-the-art training facilities. That's up there with United, Man City, Real Madrid, everything's amazing. Do you know what I mean? So this is where you're going to start getting... Everything's amazing, I will say that, but one thing I haven't shown you is because is regens. Other clubs seem to be getting great regens in Scotland, right? Apart from us. I have had one. And this is him, he's now 19. He came through about 3 years ago. But he's got a load of potential ability. I've had him floating around the first team squad. He only plays here and there. I've had him tutored here and there as well. But he's a good young player. He's never going to be a world beater, and this is what's annoying me a bit. I would have liked to have had now like a class of 92 or a class of 25 or whatever that have come through the system, which has not been that way, which is unfortunate, but hopefully they'll keep on playing it. I might be able to change that. I might have to get a new head of youth. But guess what? We got our cup back. We won the Air Cup, the League Cup, and we beat Celtic. An hat-trick from Puplet. He's becoming a legend, by the way. But then this happened. Massive shock. It's been a long time since we've been this crap. But don't worry, we still won the league. We win the league every year. Hearts came second this year. The rest of this league has become super, and I mean super competitive, right? This is brilliant. It's just we're still like a distance away from anyone. But it's like everyone else is battling it out down there. Rangers are still like that. Sorry, Rangers fans. Celtic were third. Dundee United, one of my favourite people in the whole YouTube community, the Unflushable, is a Dundee United fan. His channel is on my main page. Check it out. He doesn't do Football Manager, he does FIFA and that. Honestly, the lad is funny. He's a Dundee United fan, and he did mention he was sick of Dundee on this series, going up and down. Well, there you go, mate. We're going to be in Europe next year. Dundee United. I mean, look at that. 7 years on the run we've won it. And we've had Hibernian, Rangers twice, Celtic twice, Aberdeen and Hearts as the runners-up. So, I mean, it's brilliant. I love it. It's been a lot of fun. But if I lost the league now playing this, I'd be like, what? It'd be a massive failure. And we're still doing all right. We're getting to the quarterfinals now. That's 2 years on the run. Part of me thinks it'd be better to maybe B-team some games, try and finish third in my group, get me Champions League money, go into the Europa League, and I'd have a chance, I reckon. These last couple of years, because we've been doing well in the Champions League, we've not been getting into the Europa League, and we did get to a semi-final, and I think the team is better now. I think I could win that. I honestly, I think if I was in the Europa League with this team every year, I'd eventually win it. I know I would, right? Champions League, just that bit more. I don't know if we could ever do that. I just don't think I could ever do that with this team. I don't think I'll ever have the resources to buy the players I need to really, really do. I don't. But quarterfinals 2 years running is still very good. And we got beat by United, and I'm a United fan. Went to Old Trafford, we got beat 1-0, and I think we went down to 10 men. Memory serves me right. Let's click. Yep. Jobling got sent off. We had 10 men for nearly half the game. And then they come to our place and we beat them. I mean, we lost on away goals, but we beat them. So let's finish up and have a look at the Scottish national team. Now, they're ranked 39th in the world. I think they should be higher because they've got a pretty decent team. We're going to have a quick look at their top 6 players. And the top player apparently is John Pertry, who is pretty decent, isn't he? He's not the quickest, he's finishing at the greatest, but he's got off the ball, composure, brilliant. He's 28. I remember seeing Chelsea bought it for like 60 million from West Ham. Top player, worth 71 million. Dougie Conley's the keeper. Now, I looked at him a while back. I don't think he's actually that great. But yeah, he's the Scotland's best keeper. He's 25. He's worth 52 million. Why? Obviously Kieran. We all know who he is. Now plays for Man City. He's been there for years. He's turned into a really good player. Who have we got next? John McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Right winger is okay. Worth 25 million. Plays for Spurs. Used to play for West Brom. Andrew Stewart. You should know who this guy is. This is the kid we loaned for 3 years off City until they realised what a great player he was. And I think we helped make him a great player. And he's fantastic, isn't it? World class player. Scotland's best player. And he's still only 25. Played for us 106 times. Crazy, really. But it forced me to buy a midfielder, and I found a kid at Partick Thistle, and this is one of my boys who is probably my most proudest player because I feel like we've done this, or me. Anyway, that's Greg Halson. Look how good he is. Never moans. Top player, 25 grand a week, worth 25 million. I'd say he's worth 80 million, and I say he should be on 300 grand a week. When's he going to realise how bloody good he is and want to leave? Look how good he is. 23. I think this shows you, get your facilities up, get your staff up, and concentrate on training in specific parts, like his passing and so on. And you know, you can turn good players into great players. They're the top 6 players. Obviously, we're the best club in Scotland. Celtic and Rangers are still up there, even though they don't do that well anymore, but they're still there. Actually, before I forget, don't be upset, Rangers fans, but I've kind of mentioned this before when I talk about my stadium. Look at where Rangers play. They've bought a new stadium. 80,000. It's the biggest stadium in the Scottish League now. It's 20,000 more than Celtic. But would that happen? Would they really leave Ibrox? Now back to Scotland. Now, I did mention earlier that I wanted to be Scotland manager. I thought it'd be pretty cool. Good story arc, innit? I like that. And the end of a save, cheeky international job. And I thought, you know, Scotland, I'm number 1 in Scotland. I'm amazing. If you have a look at the managers, they start off with Alex McLeish, stays in the job for 7 years, gets sacked. Then Jim Duffy came in, he was alright, retired. Then, that's when I went for the job, and they gave it to Scott Gemmell, told me I was unsuccessful. And now it's Jim McInally. Jim McInally, again, got the job over me. He's been Aberdeen manager, Dundee manager, Partick Thistle manager, Morton manager. He's been everybody's manager, and now he's Scotland manager. But I'm well better than that. Right, there we go. That is the end of part 4 of my personal save with Ayr United. Like I've said before, I am going to keep on playing it. I really do enjoy it. I still got challenges I want to try and complete. 2 of them is obviously do better in Europe. Let me know what you think about my idea. And maybe try and get the Scotland job. That'd be amazing. That'd be a great way to round off the story with like a World Cup with Scotland. I'd love that. They got some great players. So yeah, I can't believe I've got to part 4 and you guys are still watching, some of you anyway. So if you did enjoy this, smash the like button, it really does help. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Go and check out my other stuff. And also hit that bell, and you never miss anything. And you know, as always, I just really appreciate it when anyone watches anything I do. I've never meant for this to be on YouTube, and the fact that I'm in part 4, it's crazy. Yeah, it really is crazy. But yeah, keep your eyes out. Loads more videos, especially some World Cup stuff coming soon. I've got a Let's Play series coming to an end. I'm thinking about doing something else. So yeah, it's all fun. It's all good fun. Yeah. So I've been Booed. You've been great. I'll see you next time.